So we're here in Daleville at the Appalachian Trail hiker parking lot. We are waiting on our shuttle ride. We're getting a ride to be dropped off at Catawba, and then we're gonna hike back about 20 miles to here. So it's Friday afternoon, almost 4 o'clock, and we should be on the trail within about 30 minutes as soon as the shuttle driver gets here. Said when I called the guy, he said the shuttle. I asked him what color the van was, and he said silver, and then he said it might be green. I don't know. So hopefully a silverish green shuttle van shows up soon. So our shuttle driver dropped us off at Trailhead for McAfee Knob off of US Route 311. We started hiking at 4:30. Wendy's already tired coming up all these steps. If Reese was a snake, this is where she would be. That's a nice boulder. So worth it?
Yeah. Sure get back there.
Taking a recording.
No. It's just weird. Your mashed potatoes and stuff, it took up all your juice. we be out at night in Vegas and with the cacti.
So this is like the non-smoking section.
The
And the
reefer.
smoking section's over there.
And stink funk sections over there too.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, you got it all backwards.
Coming. Ready. Hey, Wendy.
Lot.
So, tell us about our camping setup here, Wendy.
It's fantastic because Timmy came down and set it all up for me and then came all the way back up that mountain and to get me.
It's a big mountain.
Big climb.
As you can see, we're like half in and half out of the tent here because it's cool outside there and it's really hot in here. So, getting airflow. And there's like probably, I don't know, at this point, 20 or tents or more out there.
20.
Probably, at least.
At least.
And there's like, and the bugs are attracted to this light, so I gotta talk quickly. But
Talk quickly.
stop repeating me. So, like, people are just now winding down. It's been kind of
Winding down.
crazy, like a party atmosphere out here. But it's about to get chilled.
Chill.
Here, a bunch of zippers. That's tents opening up. People going to bed. So, see you tomorrow. So it's 4:25 a.m. and we are on the move. We got up at 4, packed up camp, and we're trying to get 4.4 miles to Sinker Cliff so Wendy can see the sunrise. And plus we couldn't sleep, so it wasn't no use laying in the tent any longer. The campsite was filled with people, probably 20 plus tents, hammocks, people everywhere. It was packed in there, and there was no hiker midnight being observed last night. It was talkative and active till what, 11 o'clock? And the spider webs are terrible. Show you the sunrise later. Can't do it justice. So 4.4 miles in 2 hours, and this is the payoff. Oh, sunrise is over there.
Over there.
the Tinker Cliffs. What happened?
On that.
So, a brief update. As I said before, we were on the trail at 4:30 this morning. It was a 4.4 mile hike to Tinker Cliffs, and we decided we were going to try to make it up to watch the sunrise. So we kicked our butts and hiked 3 miles in like less than an hour and a half. And then the last 1.4 was absolutely brutal. We climbed 800 feet, which seemed like 3,000 because it was like never going to end. Anyways, we're at the Tinker Cliffs and we realized we were missing the sunrise. But really, the joke's on us because Tinker Cliffs face west. I know. So, those people that you could see on film there when we passed, he was talking about somebody getting up at 4 a.m. So we stopped there to listen to see what he was saying because we figured he was talking about us because we were packing up camp at 4 a.m. We figured people would be mad at us. But there were 3 other people that was doing the same thing. And you always hear about hiker midnight being dark, and we've camped before in groups where there's been several tents and things shut down around dark. Like, it's very quiet. You know, if people are talking, they're whispering, can barely hear. Well, I told you there was a ton of people there last night and nobody was observing any sort of rules as far as quiet hours because people were talking loud, having conversations. There's one apparently very important guy in his tent having a phone conversation as loud as he could so everybody could hear how important he was. So anyways, we were listening to see if that dude was talking about us, but I don't think he was. So anyways, as I was saying, Tinker Cliffs, they face west. So all that 4.4 this morning for the crack of dawn was off naught. but it did get us up here. And it's like 8 o'clock now, so we actually laid there on one of those rocks and took a nice nap. 8. So, anyways, hiking on. If Reese was a snake, she would live up there. If Reese was a snake, she would hide in there. So a little over 11 miles in so far for today. It's about noon. And a little over 4 to go. And it's hot. And we're quickly losing steam.
You're recording. Go ahead.
So it's 5:40 and we are almost back in Bristol on Saturday evening. And to give you a rundown, we didn't do much videoing the last 5 miles because it was between videoing or passing out on the trail. So it was hot, as very hot.
Blue blazes. Wait.
Blue blazes means water. We didn't have any of that.
No, we didn't have any water.
So it was very, very hot. It was like 91 when we got in the car or something. So upper 80s for sure. And we had a water source at 9.1 to go. And we were there at 10 o'clock, right?
Yep, yes.
So 10 o'clock in the morning, we filled up. We each had a liter, and then we had an extra bottle that had like half a liter. So we basically had an extra 8 ounces a piece or something. And we were pretty much out of water by the time we were at 4 to go. And we were both out of gas.
Dying.
Right around that time, too. So those last 4 miles were probably the worst. Not probably, definitely the worst.
Certainly.
Hiking experience that we've ever had. So the last 2 miles, we were up on a cliff at one point. I thought about just taking a header off of it, trying to get a med flight.
It never would end. Ever.
And the worst part is, so the whole friggin' trail, they're so proud of their rocks. They got all these big old huge rocks, which
boulders.
Boulders, which you've seen in the videos. And they're nice, but then we gotta walk over top of them and between them and around them, right? And then each of those boulders has baby boulders, and each of those has grandchildren boulders. These retards from California.
Learn how to drive, California.
And we gotta walk through those. And like Wendy said, it wouldn't be bad if you weren't twisting your ankle every third step. So I guess the trail designers are proud of that, but they're just idiots, if you ask me. And you know, we'll be ridge walking or just under the ridge, and they'll take us up on top of the ridge to go over these stupid rocks. It's not necessary.
Not necessary.
Not at all.
No.
So, anyways, we were struggling mightily.
Bigly.
I think we're both suffering from heat exhaustion and probably on the verge of something worse.
Dehydration, for sure.
Yeah. Both of us about ready to puke.
Yeah.
And our legs didn't work.
Nope.
Our lungs didn't work.
Nope.
I was cramping. Wendy was cramping.
Yep.
It was bad.
It's
It was
horrible.
bad. All these people were passing us, all these hikers. passing, so we just pull over and let them go.
Come on by, Stinky.
Yeah. So then, and what's worse, so we're counting it down on gut hooks every 30 minutes. Wendy asked me, how far down? How far down?
Are we there yet?
And just to be honest, I was lying. I was telling her that it was shorter than it really was.
I knew it wasn't because it was like forever. A mile.
I would
1.4 was forever.
I would embellish like 1/10.
Please.
If it was like we were at 1.1 to go, I would say it was 0.9. It's 2/10s, but who's counting? So, anyways, what was I gonna say? What was I gonna say?
I don't know.
Oh, so the last 2 miles coming down, you know, it was brutal. And then we're like, I was literally about to lay down in the trail. I was done. And I pulled up gut hooks, and it said, and we were at this point we were a mile from being out. And keep in mind, we didn't know how far we had to road walk once we actually got out. So, you know, I knew it was less than a half a mile, but I wasn't sure if it was actually a half a mile. And believe me, that half a mile at that point seemed like 6. So,
hiking across the desert.
yeah. So I pulled up gut hooks with a mile to go, and it said we had a water source and 2 tents. And I summoned all the last energy that I had.
He was going to lay down in it.
And I kicked it up to like 3/4 of a mile an hour because I was running like 0.1 miles an hour, if that. And I get to the water source, and it was mud.
Nasty.
There was like one little pool of water, and it was infested with mosquitoes.
Yes.
And I even considered going down in it at that point.
I thought he was going to jump off the bridge.
I almost did. So that last 0.8 was just the worst hiking experience, and probably top 3 worst experiences of my life. So I want to give a shout out to the trail designers for that section, that like 9-mile section. Y'all are a bunch of idiots. I don't know who. It's a godforsaken land. Is all it is. Out there, it's just rocks. Who wants to go through all those rocks? You want to see the big boulders? That's cool, but you don't want to walk on every rock in that county.
Yes, and the trail used to go around the rocks, and now it goes through the rocks.
Oh, God, they're so proud of their stupid rocks.
And the rocks are not like a level rock. It's on a slant, and that if you slip, you're going down the cliff.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
So, anyways, other than that, it was a fun trip.
Good times.
Yeah. So, got anything to add?
No, I've been at it.
Anything additional?
No, I think you did a good job.
So we're almost home, and we're going to have a shower.
Oh, we went to McDonald's and was pretty embarrassed because we stink, and nobody knows why we stink. It wasn't like we were in a trail town.
I don't care. I don't know anybody in Withville.
I know, but it's stinky. Like, ooh, who smells like that? And then they look at Tim and I.
Oh, when we come out, we actually hit the road at the end of the trail. We come out and we're like, I don't know, maybe 100 yards from a convenience store. And that was a very long walk.
Very long.
So, to get Gatorade.
Gatorade.
And we've been driving for 2 hours now. And I'm just finally to the point I can hold my head up. So, anyways.
Alright. You want to head out to tell them bye?
Yeah, till next time.
Bye-bye.